Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Lost Ark video. It's Tuesday, which means it's Topical Tuesday, which means it's the series where we look at the subreddit for Lost Ark, see what's been happening over the last week or so. I have some things opened up here. I really just go through the past week trending stuff and I take a look at it and I open some threads. I have some things opened here. It's basically just whatever's been hot over the last week. First thing on the agenda. The people have been talking. AGS, can we please pump up the marketing? Tier 4 and Ignite servers are literally 2 weeks away. This was posted almost a week ago on the day. So we're closer to about a week away. I understand they are busy with Throne Liberty. For the love of God, build some hype around Lost Ark. There are so many players who are not aware of what's coming, and it's coming soon, too. Just read most of the comments. Majority of you guys are saying there's no need to market the game because Ignite service plus T4 will do nothing because the game is too punishing to new players. Guess I should not only speak about AGS's marketing, but how our community is promoting the game to potential outsiders and new players. I don't even know how Ignite servers will work, and there's so much negativity around them. What can I say? So before I even look at the comments, I do want to kind of address that. I do think the marketing around Lost Ark has always been subpar at best, and I do think marketing of the Ignite servers has been literally non-existent. But I think, and this is like such a shitty thing to say, but I don't think a new player can reasonably start playing this game by themselves. I just don't think it's really something most people are going to be able to do. And when I say that, I mean they come into this game fresh. They have no friends that play it. They know nothing about the game. They come in completely brand new. Just a normal guy, works a job, comes home, plays the game at night. Most people like that will not be able to play this game. The game is so punishing to new players. And by punishing to new players, what I mostly mean is punishing to people who haven't continually been playing the game. Lost Ark is a game that you need to play for a very long time to achieve very long-term goals, right? Things like Light of Salvation 30, KLC 30, Oswin Cliff 30, your account progression, your collectibles, your island souls, your island, your giant hearts, your omnium stars, your skill points, your stat potions. All of these things contribute to that feeling of being punishing to new players. And it's not so much that it's punishing to new players as much as it is just unwelcoming, I think. Because these systems have not been changed. There's been some things that have helped, for sure. You have the Arcasia World Tour thing, which helped a significant amount, and I think more of that is needed. But I think if somebody asks, should they play this game? I think it's very fair and reasonable to be like, unless you really like the combat and you like the style of game, ultimately, probably not. And it sucks to say that, but it's the truth. There's just not much that can be done because the way the game is designed in a way that either you spend time and tons of it, or you spend tons of money. And it's just not a great environment for new players. And it's true, we don't know how Ignite servers work. And that's not a good thing. You would think Amazon or Smilegate would do something. You know? Let us know, hey, this is how Ignite servers are going to work. Or, hey, maybe make that part of your advertising for them. Be like, hey, XYZ and Ignite servers, you know? But there is nothing. And that's not a good thing. Let's take a look at the comments. All the marketing in the world isn't going to solve the extremely negative perception that the game has in the West. Core issues that make the game unappetizing, the wider audience of MMO players for the most part still exist, and Tier 4 doesn't offer anything tantalizing for new players. Yeah, that's 100% true. 100% true. And I completely agree with it. And it's not even necessarily a perception. I mean, I understand it is a perception, but I mean, the criticisms are very, very real. The game is extremely hostile to new players. Advertising them without fundamentally changing, nay, overhauling the game is better spent throwing money in a trash pit for the microbes to eat for nourishment. Season 3 changed absolutely nothing meaningful, and it's still an extremely narrow game it has since become. Yeah, that's not good. And I do also agree with this guy. Gonna add fuel to the fire here. On reset, the Smilegate added new cards similar to LOS 30, making KLC 30 practically useless. So basically what he's saying is they added the elemental sets, which are just going to further divide the player base and make the gap between people who make the gap between the haves and the have-nots even more, which I think is really the core issue that this game has, at least for newer players. There's so many haves versus have-nots, and I'm not even talking about like experience playing the game. I'm talking about just things that will let you play with other people in general. It is unfortunate. Don't think a marketing or advertising team exists for AGS Loa. Can't pump up something that doesn't exist. Can anybody remember the last time they saw a non-Korean ad for Lost Ark? Also, until they fix trusted status issues, it's a nightmare for new players. That is true as well. It's as simple as tweeting every other day in anticipation of Tier 4 release at least. Sure, there may not be a budget for marketing team, but a full-blown... there might not be a budget for a full-blown market campaign, but for the love of God, at least tweet about it. You can work with the tools you're given. Feel like they spent all their marketing budget at launch and just had almost nothing left ever since. At launch, their marketing was beyond crazy, so many sponsorships too. Interesting. Realistically, what are Ignite servers going to offer? Probably Volda's Power Pass, Arcadia Tour, and Honing Event. No new solo raids, players will just hit 1620 with no Transcendence, no cards, no roster, then what? They will quit and the marketing money will be wasted. Assuming they can even make enough gold to get to 1620. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. And this is what I was saying. There are so many long-term goals in this game with no reasonable pathways to getting them outside of either you spend a ton of time, but spending this time to get it at this point, it's so hard to fundamentally play the game because you're at the point that you're at. Or you spend a ton of money. And it still takes time to get it. It is not good. It makes me sad. Be less worried about marketing and more worried about new and returning players getting banned left and right. The problem still hasn't been solved. Very true. I don't know. It's a lot of problems. And then there's another thread that was very popular. Yo, AGS Ignite servers dropping in a little over a week, and I've seen zero marketing for them. Paying streamers to play the game for 2 hours on release day is not a good marketing tactic, especially when the majority of that time is likely being spent bombarded by gifts, opening events, and setting up your character, and so forth. All the budget goes into Throne and Liberty. Every time you open YouTube, at least one video about it appears on your feed. Image shows the ad for Throne and Liberty on this exact thread. Which is true. I do think there is and has been none. Their best business decision is to market Throne at the moment, sadly. Lost Ark is in a very bad place right now. Too many RNG power systems carrying over into Tier 4. Gatekeeping bots, market corruption from RMT, roster level, LOS 30 still being an issue, trusted status, etc., etc. Just very unfriendly to new players. They're fully aware of that. The existing players are realistically the only ones who are going to play Tier 4 in the West anyways, and we already know that Ignite in Tier 4 is coming. In the end, it's just business for Smilegate as well. You've seen them improve stuff, but that's usually only when players in KR start quitting or mass complaining. We're bound to eat their shit for as long as they eat theirs. AGS are almost powerless, unfortunately. They can tweak things, but not fundamentally change systems like Transcendence, as an example. This is not meant as a doomer post, but there's just no reason to market a game that punishes new players to such an extreme degree, such as Lost Ark does. Better for them to put their money on Throne and Liberty right now. Vestal of Hatred is also right around the corner as well. We saw how quick they changed elixirs after they started rioting in Korea when Tier 4 launched. We've been complaining for several months and nothing happened. Yeah, I guess. I think it's much deeper than that, though. I think at the base of it all, I'm not convinced that Amazon is the greatest publisher. I know, that might be a hot take, but I'm not convinced AGS is a very good publisher. And Smilegate certainly isn't interested in localizing their game for the audience in which they're serving. That much is apparent to me as well. I mean, I'm going to go off script here. I'm just curious. I'm going to open up the Steam DB and see what the player numbers are for Lost Ark. This is off script. Damn, right now we're at 9,000 players logged in right now. 9 UTC, 8 UTC, 7 UTC. So, I mean, this is normally the period in which there's the least amount of people on, but damn, 9,000? That's rough. That is rough. Why do you care about them marketing the game? All you're going to do is gatekeep the new players anyways. Yep, 100% true. Even if there are new players that come into the game, you are not going to play with them. And it is the biggest problem with this game. New players can only play with other new players, essentially, but there are no new players to play with. It's hard, man. This is also true. I find this really funny. You gatekeep someone's alt, and then when he hops off his main, he gatekeeps you on your alt. You both don't realize it's you. You're the same two people. The cycle repeats for the remaining player base that are still playing. I ran a Voldus hard mode on my Soulfist with the dude's like 1630 Bard or whatever. Insta accepts me. I hop on my Soul Eater, which is my most geared alt. 1620, full 10s, level 7 chest, pants trans. He's on his Bard again. He has another Bard. He's running a hard mode Voldus. Does not accept me. It's just entertaining. Because this is also very true. I always love a good anecdote. I'll be honest, why even have these servers? They join the main server later on to be in the exact same place that they are now. You're not going to get into a lobby. You're going to be behind in cards, gems, and everything. Why not give people LOS 30, give them card XP, give them 1620, give them set finish, the shit trends, the shit 40, just to make everyone leap towards tier 4 together. They're going to play a server to have fun, then when it merges, get fucked by the end game. Compensate everyone else a shit ton of card XP for the LOS 30. A shit ton of free elixirs for their 40 set, shit ton of reset tickets on armor weapon for the Transcendence. We can get great things, so can new players. If they keep adding artificial item level servers, when you're done, you're only going to be doing solos in the main server anyways. Ignite servers really won't change anything, solo raids couldn't. What's the point of marketing? People are going to download the game, interact with 100 different systems, read 100 guides, get gate kept for 3 hours and log off. But everyone will be new and they won't get gate kept. My buddy got gate kept last time they did this. Since then, there was more vets making alt rosters than new players in the catch-up server. Yes, this is also very true. As somebody who was there and did this same thing. I mean, I did make an alt roster just to play with a different character. But there was a lot of veterans. Unsurprisingly. But that's enough with this. Tier 4 situation in KR by Do Work. Do Work, also known as Zeals. A pretty interesting video from Zeals. It is long. Here's key points about Tier 4 situation. Massive power difference between a whale and a non-whale, like 70%. Very invested streamer can clear raid easy day 1, but it's not the case for most regular people. Raid design is hard at item level and getting a lot easier when you whale to entice swiping. Talks about rat alts or in KR, aluminum can characters without elixir and transcendence, having only event gems that is hard to clear raids on item level. I mean, yeah, that's kind of obvious. Game makes a lot of money in Korea. Korea revenue is 72% of all global Lost Ark revenue. Lost Ark in Korea earned only behind PUBG. 0.5% of the whales make up 40% of the revenue. That does not surprise me. Clear in this guy's personal opinion, shows Lost Ark issues are indeed their business model. They continue to milk the whales for as long as they can. Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree there. Surprise Pikachu's face moment. Yeah, that's true. Lost Ark is pay to win. I think it's more this. Lost Ark has gotten more pay to win. .5% making them 40% of their revenue. I mean, it seems like a crazy number, but this is like the case for a lot of these games, right? Yeah, most free-to-play games are like this. Wouldn't be surprising at all. You wonder why they don't care about the average player? This is why. This is one of the major reasons why I know players are quitting now, even before Tier 4 comes out to the West. Yeah. Ultimately, I think it's bad, and we'll just have to see. I hope for the best, but I am not hoping for much here, honestly. Last thread. AGS Smilegate, if you're not planning to tackle teaming and cheating, please don't bother upgrading Primal Island rewards to Tier 4. Even right now, Primal Island is a mess. Heard the rewards will be changed to Tier 4 mats, and so I paid a visit. Nothing has changed. Community to blame for this one, honestly. But even then, I'm sure Smilegate could change things by design. Got the soul, not worth to continue going there. Never bothered to do that besides a few times. Completely agree. Don't update that shit. It is the most toxic content ever. Most hated content. Just ignore it. I mean, this is good advice, but something as fundamentally broken as this should be changed. You shouldn't let, like, a small amount of people exploit it. But that's just a personal opinion, I suppose. Just delete the island, it's horrible content. Anyways, I think that's it for this week on the Lost Ark Reddit. Let me know what you guys think about everything. A lot of drama around Ignite servers and new player stuff, but it's not surprising. It's a big problem. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe if you want to see daily stuff from me. I just make videos on things that I like. And consider becoming a member. Helps the channel out. Helps support me. Thank you, Remix My Life. Blitzel, I'm Nufu. It's Biscuits Inner Diz. You guys are all the greatest, and I love you all. Mwah. Bye.